Linkin Up with Lincoln. Linkin Up with Lincoln.
Linkin Up, Linkin Up, Linkin Up with Lincoln.
Welcome to Linkin Up with Lincoln, where we take a look at the news impacting Lincoln students, faculty, and staff. I'm Dariana McGee. Winter weather has taken its toll on the university. Lincoln University canceled in-person and online classes on February 17th and 18th. It was the second time this month that LU had to close due to snow. Jefferson City received about 3 inches of snow and ice. The campus sent out emails for faculty and staff to take precautions before the winter storm hit. Winter isn't over yet, so stay safe and stay warm.
For as long as anyone can remember, Perry Hall has housed Lincoln University's entire football team. For the 2021-2022 academic school year, players were moved to Martin Hall due to construction of Perry Hall. For many, it was quite an adjustment, being that Martin Hall not only holds athletes, but regular students as well.
Football players have strong opinions about making the switch to Martin Hall. Though the physical look of the residential hall looks more appealing, players say they would much rather be living in Perry. Perry to the football team was like home. Moving directly to where the rest of the student body resides has been a huge adjustment for many of the athletes.
Ain't never perfect, because even though we didn't have an elevator in Perry, we had splendid Wi-Fi. We had our own dorm, like football dorms. It was only football players. You had track at the bottom level, but for the most part, it was only football. So, coming over here, we got an elevator, which is nice, I guess, but the Wi-Fi sucks. Now we live with girls, which, at first it sounded like it was gonna be amazing, but now we gotta walk around with our shirts on, watch how we talk and stuff like that. So it's kind of, it's kind of a trade-off if you ask me, but overall, I'd rather be in Perry. So if anybody who's up in, management watching this, please send us back to Perry, please. 15 out.
Senior player Pierre Jones had a few things to say while giving his opinion.
Really sucks. I feel like, it's a better vibe for me, and me being around football players, it's a better vibe for us over there. Ain't no rules or nothing like that. We just us, we just bonding and vibing. Now over here at Martin, it's a lot going on. A lot of noise, and a lot of people like to be isolated off to themselves.
Perry to the football team was like home, moving directly to where the rest of the
In my opinion, Perry was better. I like Perry better, because I just felt like it was our own space and everything like that. Like up here, we around everybody and everything.
It's better than this, I ain't gonna lie. That was an odd spot, you feel me? Ain't got too many rules, too many rules over here. And the washes don't work.
It can be assumed that players are not liking the new residential hall and all the rules and regulations that come along with it. Lucky for them, this switch is only temporary. For now, they will have to keep abiding by the rules. For Linkin Up with Lincoln, I'm Dariana McGee.
Following the Lincoln University Founders Day keynote celebration, a few of Lincoln's journalism students engaged with Emmy Award-winning journalist and Lincoln alumni Carmen Fields. Here's a video of Fields speaking with myself, Grayson Gaskins, and Mark Oliver.
After being asked a few questions, Fields goes in depth on how journalism has positively impacted her by including her experiences from changing her career choice as a trained news writer to a broadcast journalist.
I was so glad to have a job right out of college. That was I felt very blessed and fortunate.
Fields left us with her experience as a journalist and how we should be prepared for the future. She mentioned that we need to have good writing and communication skills, be good listeners, and fluent readers. This is Linking Up with Lincoln, and I am Grayson Gaskins.
Lincoln University has hosted an African American open mic as a Black History Month event. This event was called Wakanda Forever, Afrofuturism and the History of Black Panther Party. This event had tied into the new upcoming Marvel movie, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. The Black Panther Party event took place February 28, 2022 in Page Library in room 317 from 1 to 2 p.m. This is Sydney Bryant, LinkedIn with Lincoln.
Lincoln University will be hosting a presentation by the state of Missouri entitled
2022 State of Missouri Black History Month celebration. The celebration will be held on Zoom and will focus on the state honoring the past, celebrating the present, and inspiring the future. This presentation was held Thursday morning at 10:30 a.m. Their keynote speakers will be President of the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum, Governor Mike Parsons. For Linking Up with Lincoln is Javon Ray.
Lincoln University is celebrating two big events right now. February is Black History Month, but this year also marks the 100th anniversary of the creation of Lincoln University. In celebration of Lincoln University's centennial year, University Archivist Mark Schleer is displaying the legacy of the campus in the Archives and Ethnic Studies Center. For the first 56 years, Lincoln was known as Lincoln Institute. It became Lincoln University in 1921. There was not an official facility for the archives until 1997. With over 2,500 digitalized photos, Schleer has displayed the legacies of the campus through old alumni, staff, and campus life photos. Schleer encourages students, staff, and alumni to go to the archives from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. in Page Library to further look at what they have to offer. This is Lincoln Up with Lincoln, and I am Keishara Lately.
Lincoln University, Zeta Phi Beta, Sorority Incorporated, has hosted a talent show called Who's Got Talent for Black History Month. It was held Saturday, February 26 in Richardson Auditorium. This talent show features some live performances from House of Heat, Beyonce, Webby, Alante, Big Stepper, T. Sky, Royal Tigerettes, and JC Unique Showsteppers. From Lincoln Up with Lincoln, I am Amani Milligan.
It is now that time for SGA elections. The informational for the SGA elections were February 21st at 5:30 p.m. Many students are trying to become a part of the SGA board, and students are running for positions such as President, Mr. Lincoln, and CAB board members. Elections will be held sometime in April, and Lincoln University wants you to vote for your upcoming 2022 and 2023 SGA members.
Today, I am here to ask a few questions about running for the SGA board. Dariana McGee, who is running for Miss Senior, is telling us what it's like to go through this process.
I feel excited, but I'm a little nervous because I've never been in a pageant before or ran up against anybody for anything before. But I'm excited because I've never held a position like a major position on campus. The advantages is that you learn better leadership skills and how to communicate with people and networking skills. The disadvantages are that everything you do, somebody's watching. That's not really a disadvantage, but it can be if you happen to mess up or slip up or do something that you weren't supposed to do. Somebody's always going to be watching and holding you accountable all the time. It's not necessarily a disadvantage, but to some people it could be if they're not used to people watching them all the time. Another thing is you have to be particular about what you say to people and how you treat people, which again is not a big disadvantage, but for some, if they're new to student leadership, it can be hard to adjust.
As we get ready to welcome the new members of the SGA board, we want to thank all the members who currently have their positions. We thank you for all that you have done, as well as CAB members.
Grayson Gaskins, who is currently on CAB board and will potentially be on CAB for 2022 and 2023, would like to tell us what it's like to be on CAB.
Being on CAB is exciting. It teaches you how to gain experience at planning events and how to meet new people. Also, it helps us connect with the students on campus.
The countdown to April has begun. As we await our new SGA members, make sure you remember to go vote. Lincoln would love for you to vote for our new upcoming 2022-2023 SGA board members. This is Sydney Bryant, Linking Up with Lincoln.
The International Student Association is giving students here at Lincoln a chance to study abroad. The trip is all-inclusive. They are traveling to New Orleans March 6th through the 12th, which is our spring break. The qualifications are you have to have a 3-point GPA or higher, you must be a full-time undergraduate student, no student conduct violations, and 2 letters of recommendation from a faculty member. Applications were due February 12th. For more information, you can contact williamsj@lincolnu.edu. For Linking Up with Lincoln, I'm Grayson Gaskins.
The Lincoln University Campus Activity Board took 50 students along with them for a day bus trip to Kansas City, Missouri on February 26th in honor of Black History Month. While visiting, they toured the Black Archives Museum, the Negro Baseball Museum, a jazz museum, and also visited the Illusion Museum located in Union Station. Student Sabrina Stelzer says, the Black History trip was a great way to educate students on history while also having fun and getting to know our peers as well. For more information on upcoming events hosted by CAB, you can visit their social media at _BlueCAB. For Linking Up with Lincoln, I'm Imani Herron.
Lincoln University LUPD hosted Cooling with the Cops. It had many activities and even fun. It was held yesterday 6 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Cooling with the Cops was a cool event to go to. It had things like bouncy houses, pirate cop, spade game, dancing, and even more.
Ready. Hey, how y'all doing? We at the LU Spring Carnival, and we having a good time. We got all the games in there. We got crazy fries here. We just having a great time, man.
Cooling with the Cops was an event held for students and cops to come together, and I sure must say it worked.
The Lincoln University women's softball team are getting ready for the start of their season. The women's softball team began their first game on February 19th at Battle High School in Columbia, Missouri against Arkansas Pine Bluff. For Linking Up with Lincoln, I am Jordan Parker.
The Lincoln University women's track team finishes in the top 10 at the 7th annual Gorilla Indoor Classic that was hosted by Pittsburgh State University on February 11th and 12th. Lincoln University posted 11 total athletes that finished in the top 10 in their events at this meet. Chrisani May, Jamaica Mannings, Chevonne Thomas, and Kelly Ann Beckford secured the second place in the distant medley that clocked in at 11:57.71. This has been Linking Up with Lincoln. This is Mark Oliver. Thank you.
The Lincoln University Women's Blue Tigers hosted their final game against Central Missouri on Thursday, February 26th in Jason Gym at 1:00 p.m.
Lincoln's women's basketball team has been trying really hard to add some more wins to their record. Nia Jackson says days before each game, they watch film and practice as hard as they can. But since they don't have a strong 5 starting lineup, it's been the hardest season they have to face. Adjustments the Lincoln Blue Tigers have to make for Thursday for their game against Northwest, which hopefully will help them beat and bring a win home on the road.
Our next game, we're getting on the road to face Northwest Missouri.
According to Naya, Thursday's game is all about getting down to business and getting their heads in the game. Naya explained her goal was to get as many wins as possible this season and do better than they have did last year, despite all the challenges they are facing as a team.
It's been a tough season. We don't even have a starting lineup. Every game is a different starting 5.
Despite all the challenges Naya said with being the captain, she does her best for herself but also for her team. The basketball team has been through a lot of close wins coming down to the end of the season trying to earn a spot in the MIAA bracket.
On the behalf of the Missouri Business Development Center is offering up to $2,000 for your business. Requirements are you must be a current Lincoln student, have a business idea, and meet with a SDCC counselor to develop a business pitch. We encourage all students to take advantage of the opportunity. This is Danya Porter. This is Linking Up with Lincoln.
Linking Up with Lincoln. Linking Up with Lincoln.
Linking Up with Lincoln.